What's up? Back at it. I've been out sick for a while. I addressed you guys on Instagram. We're really happy to be back, but we thought it would be great to have a Q&A with you guys off of the questions that you asked us on Instagram. Just a way to connect more personally with you guys. Maybe if we like it, we can do this once a month, once every other month. But yeah, this is the Q&A and we'll get right into it. So the team and I, how we decided to do this is we are going to read some of the questions that you guys have. We've all gone through them and picked out the best ones. There were so many, so thank you for all participating. And I will read out the question and go through the answers with you. Let's get started. Okay, first question. Olive green sweatshirt. Good question. We are about to launch new core colors. We will have vintage olive green coming out in 3 weeks from now. Core tee, core hoodie, core sweatpant, core short, and core crew neck. So be on the lookout for the new colors coming. And the other 2 colors are a surprise. If people ask about them, we'll tell you. Next question. Do you have an in-house photographer that shoots your content? We do. She's actually sitting over here, Jessica. She's unbelievable. She's been with us for years. She gets the aesthetic, she gets the vibe perfectly. Then we have Darren, who's actually videoing this. He does all of our videography from off the record and then campaign videos and everything. So we're building a good little team and we're very excited about what's next from the content perspective for Elwood. Explain washes the best you can. So the wash process is very tricky. The factories or the wash houses are obviously the best at it, but there's all different types of washes. There's acid wash, there's stone wash, there's enzyme wash, there's a rinse wash, there's a softener wash. It all really depends on the temperature and the amount of water that they put in it, the type of water that they're putting on it. Are they throwing in a stone, an actual stone? Are they throwing in enzymes that break up the fabric? All in all, that's kind of my best idea of the wash process. I really know it depends on water, temperature, and the amount of time that you're leaving the garment in there for. Update on flannels. Any chance on a return to longer length shirts or more basics? Flannels are in production. We have 3 colorways coming out for you guys with a new body. We'll go over that body in a further off the record so you can see. Any chance on longer length shirts? We do have a new t-shirt coming out called the cap sleeve shirt. It's kind of like the ringer tee that you guys have bought in the past. It's a little longer length, but if you're talking about our curved hem t-shirts from a longer length perspective, we're not doing that anymore. It's really just not the aesthetic. We don't really wear it much anymore. And then more basics. Yeah, we are constantly gonna keep cranking out vintage inspired fashion basics, whatever we think is basic. We have these mechanic pants coming out and we wanna give you the best mechanic pant for the price, the quality, and the 3 best colors. New core colors, please, with 5 E's. Yeah, our plan is to drop 3 to 4 new colors of core called seasonal core. That's with what the vintage olive is gonna be in with the vintage brown and vintage sand. We're gonna do those seasonally and then always have black, white, and gray on the website for you guys. But yeah, always gonna be constantly updating colors, and let us know in the comments of what colors you might wanna see from a core perspective. Ever gonna do more pieces like the distressed denim jacket, niche kind of stuff? We actually have a very niche mechanic jacket coming out. It's gonna be in our core colors. It's gonna look very sun faded from like a potassium wash that we're gonna throw on it. So that's probably the closest we'll get to the denim jacket. If we feel and want to bring denim jackets back next year, we'll bring them back. It really just depends again on what we're constantly wearing right now and what we think is the best thing. We don't want to chase everyone to do every little thing. We want to just be very specific of like what again is my ideal closet. Need hats back. We are working with a graphic designer. We want to do different graphics on hats for you guys monthly. Some will have to do with Elwood, some will just be cool little things that we come up with, but we do want to bring you back at least 1 or 2 hat drops a month. And if you're talking about the hats that we did with Mashika, those are potentially in the work as well. Those did sell very well, so we potentially want to bring those back. What direction or trend are you guys looking into next? Yeah, we're probably gonna stay with the vintage inspired fashion basics. That's what we love. That's what we want to be known for. We don't want to, again, go around and chase what we are seeing on the runways everywhere. We really want to be authentic to us. And this is truly creating our closet. We do have a bit more contemporary or more dress styles coming up because I'm starting to wear those on the golf course and or out to dinners, and a little bit more of a cleaned up look than a true like vintage wash. But yeah, really sticking to these basics, vintage inspired essentials. Can you please bring back the slim twill chinos? I never found a pair of pants that fit that good. So we do have pants coming back into stock that are like that. We probably won't be bringing back that exact chino pant. I don't really want it in my closet at the moment. I'm not wearing it. We are bringing back like a dress kind of chino, which can fill that void, but that exact pant probably won't be coming back anytime soon. What is the sizing like on your new t-shirts, length and width? These t-shirts are a little shorter and a little boxier from the core oversized tee. Then we have 2 new t-shirts coming out that aren't out quite yet. And when they do, we'll go through a whole fit process of the fit on those guys. But from the oversized tees that are on the website, a little shorter, a little wider, and meant to be like a true vintage Harley t-shirt that you'd get at a thrift store. When will golf pants be released? Can't wait. They are in production right now with the golf polo. I would say probably a rough time will be in September. 3 colorways, vintage white, vintage black, vintage gray. We're gonna have matching socks, pants, and polos, and working on a hat depending on if we can get the quality right, because we only want to give you the best quality. They will be released early to late September. We'll see you out on the chorus with them, and Darren will do a really cool golf kind of shoot with all of this stuff. Can you talk about fabric sourcing and finding a manufacturer? So fabric sourcing is a good question. I've always kind of been around fabrics. I was sewing fabrics at my house since I was little, and kind of knowing like what I'd like the hand feel to be. I think a big help with fabric sourcing where I start with is in the vintage stores or in other stores of really just figuring out like what you truly love. We work with our factories and they're the biggest help to us, because if I find a fabric that I love, I can send it to their mill and they will send me replication of what they're able to achieve. If it's a twill, if it's a cotton, if it's denim, whatever it is, I really lean on them to send me back what they're able to do. And finding a manufacturer, I've been doing this for about 5 to 6 years. We do a lot of business on the Walmart side as well, so I've been able to connect with a bunch of manufacturers, not just in LA, but around the world. So finding the key manufacturer, I think it's just trial and error as anything. If you're trying to look for a therapist, it's gonna be trying to find that one therapist that works well with you and understands you. So I think just going around, you can DM me and ask me more questions, and maybe I can help you, point you in the right direction if you're local in LA or if you're trying to do stuff overseas. But really, it's trial and error, trying to find which one works perfect with you and what you want to do for your brand. Can you do more behind the scenes content? It's funny that you asked that, because Darren, we've just discussed, and we want to start bringing off the record to you guys weekly. That is very much behind the scenes of what goes down here with Elwood. We also want to hear comments from you guys of what else you would like to see outside of the office. Is it food reviews? Is it paintballing? Is it dirt biking? We really want to understand from you guys what you want to see. But to answer your question, there will be weekly episodes starting to come out of Off the Record, because the demand has been we want to see more, we want to see more. So we're excited to bring this to you. How do you feel Elwood style choices and direction differentiates you from competition? Good question. We do have competitors that do the same stuff. I truly think the differentiation comes from the focus on the fit and the quality for the price point. I really think that is our competitive advantage. I live and breathe this when I give it to you. I truly only want to create what I want in my closet. Don't want to chase the trends anymore. Elwood used to be at that point, and then I took over and really want to implement this vision of creating the closet of our dreams. So I think that's kind of how we differentiate from the other competitors doing, if you may, price pointed garments. And then the styling, I really think it's vintage inspired. Not a lot of people are doing basics that are vintage inspired. You have likes of the James Purses of the world and the Buck Masons, and they are unbelievable and they live in their world. We want to live in our world, and that's the goal, and we're just starting, and we want to grow with you guys and make it that you guys want to come to us for every fashion basic that you can think of. If you had to be trapped in a certain era of fashion forever, what would it be? That's a good question. Honestly, I would say the early 1900s. The show Peaky Blinders is like a huge inspiration to me. I truly love that tailored kind of look. Even though we're not into it, you're gonna see Elwood kind of progress into some of this more, again, cleaned up, tapered, tailored look. I love the hairstyles then. I love what the girls dressed in. It was so rad. I would probably be stuck in that era. And I also think that era is fucking rad, and I think it would be cool to be there. So if you ever have a time machine, let me know. We'll hop in together. Where did your passion for clothing derive from? I think there's been a ton of different instances that I can go back towards. I do remember in middle school, I started wearing Converse before a lot of kids started wearing Converse. They were wearing Vans or Etnies or DC or Osiris, just the whole skate shoe vibe. I was gifted a pair of Converse and I just started wearing it and really felt like I was being a little different. I think another huge part of clothing with me is I grew up playing soccer, and David Beckham is my biggest idol of all time. And he married soccer and fashion. He was the first guy to do it. So growing up, kind of watching him truly express himself through fashion, not just football, was really cool to see. So I think that was a huge inspiration. But again, so many inspirations, and truly the passion side of it is I think I express myself through my clothing and what I wear. What is the end game for Elwood and the team behind it? We don't really like to look truly in the future of an end game. I think for the next couple years, we really want to establish ourselves as a fashion basics company that you come back to us for great quality product at the price for the right colors. That's where we really want to go. I think an end game is if we can just keep cranking this out for you guys. I truly want to be here forever. I love doing this. I love coming to the office every single day. I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else for a job besides playing football, soccer, but the wheels have turned on that. I think from a team perspective, I would love to grow the team a little more. I do truly believe in a lean and mean team with what we have here. We don't need a crazy team to give you what we're already giving you. So maybe building the team a little more, having the team more involved in the off the record side of it, but really building the community and family around Elwood, and having you guys feel like you're a part of our team. What has been more important, the design of the final products or how durable the clothes last? To be honest, right now, I believe it's how durable the clothes are. Again, that's more of on a production side. I do love the design of my product, but I believe it's more important for you guys to get good, durable product that you love, that you'll want to come back and buy every other color of the t-shirt, every other color of the Cobain denim, whatever else we're putting out there. But I believe that stems from the durability of the product and the quality rather than the design, because I'm honest with myself, I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I'm not making the new 3-legged pant. I am bringing back styles that I think are fit a little better than others, but you do have other options to go buy this. So I want to lead with the durability of our product, the quality and the fit, and then the design. It's very important, but I do believe the others are a little more important. What is the newest thing you have learned to improve your design work? I was just discussing this question with the team. Honestly, I think the biggest thing that I've learned after buying Elwood and truly it coming down to me to make the product is staying in my lane. Don't go over and above. Don't try and be something that I'm not. I think my ego always tried to get in between me and truly my vision, because I would see what other people are doing and I potentially wanted to do what they're doing. I'm not a graphic designer. I'm not even a really true designer. I can really see what fit, what colors, and what fabric I like and that I want to wear. And then the idea of my vision just came, let's just create my ideal closet. But really staying in my lane, I think that is the number one thing that I would recommend when going after a vision, is who you are and just stay there, because it's gonna work. If you truly believe in it and you have a great team behind you that believes in your ideas, I truly think it'll work. Recommendations on how to wash and dry your clothes. Everything is 100% organic cotton, most of the core is. So I would recommend to wash it normally, dry it normally, but don't put it in hot water, don't put it on high heat, because it is 100% cotton. The enzymes are in the fabric. Cotton's living, so it is going to shrink when you do put it in the heat. So just don't overheat it, just be normal. Sometimes what I like to do is wash it, leave it out to hang dry until it gets very, 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 very damp, and then I'll throw it into the dryer just to get any of the wrinkles out of it, or crinkles. But other than that, it's a good t-shirt. It's a nice fabric, just don't fuck it up. Don't be crazy. When are we being blessed with vintage brown? That's coming in with vintage olive in about 3 weeks, so stay tuned for that. When will you restock core t-shirts again? Great question. I'm not gonna lie, from the first drop to the second drop, we did 5x the amount of inventory we brought in for you guys. I promise you, we don't want this to be this, oh, they're too cool to have inventory. We want to be able to give you guys core styles at all times. If your mom, your uncle, your grandpa, your grandma, your sister, your brother ever want a core t-shirt, we want you guys to be able to have it. So I promise you from the bottom of my heart, we're trying everything to keep in the amount of inventory. Since we've taken over Elwood, the demand has been through the roof, and we couldn't have anticipated any of this, so thank you guys for that. But for the next core drop, it'll probably be, or for the next t-shirt drop, it'll probably be in 2 months from now. And I promise you, we are going a lot deeper than we ever have, and we'll learn from there and grow with you guys. But thank you for your patience. We love that you guys love this. And again, we do have 2 other t-shirt styles coming out that will help with the inventory levels of the oversized tee. Thank you guys for watching, asking your questions, being able to connect with me on a true authentic level. For those questions that I didn't get to, hopefully in a month or so we can dive back into them. I've screenshotted a bunch of them so we can go back and re-answer them. But we truly want to know in the comments below, DMs, did you love this? Did you not? What could we change? What would you like to see? We really want to connect with you guys on an authentic level, and this is one way we're really diving into it. So we would love to hear your feedback in the comments below. But thank you for watching. We will see you next week, and peace. Thank you for watching the Q&A. Last week, I mentioned the best question would win this hat. We've gotten a winner. It's a dope vintage USA Olympics hat. It's fitting for the times at the moment. The winner is Austin, the manager. Congrats. You've been kind of a supporter of the brand for quite a while, and we thank you for that. And we'll get this sent over to you. But thank you very much. We will be doing more of these giveaways as time goes on, so be ready and let us know what type of giveaways.